What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 game development live stream where we're back in our Gas Course project, an action RPG-ish kind of game built from scratch, of course using C++, Unreal Engine 5, blueprints, the gameplay ability system plugin, and all that good stuff. So today, we're going to go ahead and do a couple things. I want to purchase some animations from Fab, because I found a pretty good looking Melee animation pack. So we're gonna handle that first. I'll first buy it. Forgot to technically buy it before we started streaming, but it is what it is. I don't remember which card is valid. Give me just a second, guys. I gotta get my wallet so I can remember. All right, your boy's back with wallet, so I can figure out which freaking thing to put this with. Okay, so it is this one. Awesome. Your boy's too lazy to make animations himself. That's what the marketplace is for. Oh, the exercise went pretty well. Not many people joined the meeting, unfortunately. There was just a few of us, but it was fun. We went over some other people's ideas, made some ideas on the spot, and people liked it. So that's overall what matters. I just wish more people joined. You know, it's a shame, but of course we recorded it so other people will be able to watch it eventually. But, you know, that's the nature of things. What are we up to today? We're going to, right now we're purchasing some Melee assets. And we're going to import them in. And we'll see if we can get, you know, some punch to happen. You know, that's the goal. I'm not too worried yet for motion warping or anything like that. But yeah, it's this animation pack. So now it should be in our library. Random user 254, which meeting? Oh, a work meeting. Library, now, now I forget what it's actually called. See if I could find it based on the image. No. I should get a receipt. So Fight Animations Pack is what it's called. So I don't see it. Am I able to add it this way? My library. Here we can hopefully hit plus. All right, so it's downloading, it's doing something. All right, so we have our fight animations. So we got a 180 attack. We have base, we have block, we have crouch, we have fall, we have hit, we have kicks, and we have punches in place, and then ones with move. Move body, move head. Wonder what that really means. But we got the animations. I don't know if I want kicks or anything. But we have them, I suppose. We have 90 attacks. So we have these. So it would be interesting. Yeah, wheel kick. It'd be interesting to be able to say, okay, you know, if the enemy's like to the left, we, you know, do this attack and kind of go forward and things like that. But let's work with some assumptions here. Let's just do straight up attacks. Because there's ones in place. I don't really know if we want to do that. I think we always want to be moving. So we have hook, body, and punch. Okay, so this is like punching. Okay. And this one's for the head. So it's higher up. Which I don't think matters. I think we want to deal with just body. And then there's specials, which maybe we would want. Like a Superman punch. Like that could be like a gap closer. Overhand. Back fist Superman. Back fists. So base, there's running and dodging. I don't think we want dodges. I don't think we care. I missed the animation pack because of an ad. So yeah, this is the fight animations pack that we got off of Fab. Yeah, we got kicks and special kicks. So like an axe jump, like whoosh. I don't know if we need these. Tornadoes, maybe. Tornado kicks. Like, I don't know if like this should be like, because I want this to be pretty basic melee combat. So let's start off simple. Let's just get something playing, right? So character animation, locomotion, retargeting, shared. So player. We'll just put a melee folder. So let's grab, I don't want in place, I want these. So let's do all of these. So we're gonna have to retarget. So we have a retargeter, RGG mini to elf male. I mean, we could do... Can we do all of them? Let's do all of the punches. And kicks and back fists. Let's not worry about blocks or anything. Crouching, we don't care about. Dodging right now, we don't care about. Front kicks. High back. Let's take all these kicks and stuff. Fine. Actually, yeah, this is all too much. Let me again just stick with what I want to do. So I know we want to do a punch, and then we have body RM. I believe it's this one. No, that's punch head. We want punch body. So let's export these guys into that folder we created. So character animation melee. Have you used this pack before? Yeah, yeah, Bill. It's gonna be for like I want the character to be a mage monk kind of situation. We got a basic punch. I think that looks okay. Now, let's do this one. Retarget. A jab, not job, jab. LM, well, body LM. I wish this stuff would like preserve like the last directory that you asked it to, because this is kind of annoying. So we got that. My only thing is he's looking like he's fighting in 2025. What time period would it be for? I mean, the theme, I guess, is generally like medieval. So maybe the fighting style won't exactly match, but I think it's the best that we can really do. So we'll see what it looks like. So we have punch and jab. What else do we have? Punch body, hook body, hook body. So yeah, probably like these two as well. Yeah, like it's too boxery. Yeah, medieval dudes threw punches. But I guess there's right and L. So maybe that's enough to just try things. So let's go to our player ability system, abilities, test examples, and we'll do melee. Let's make an animations folder for that. And let's grab this, create a montage, move here. Do the same for this, create montage, move it down. So now we have some, yeah, Superman punches. Like, I mean, there are some special punches, like these back fists and stuff, and the Superman elbow. And Superman punch. We'll have to see. So let's make a new gameplay ability. GA melee base. Because eventually I also want to have like a character that does like, you know, sword fighting. Alternatively, like maybe we can have the character use like a bow staff or something. But then I feel like it's becoming too much like Black Myth Wukong. So I want to at least see what these melee-based ones, these fist-based melee attacks look like. And we'll kind of play it by ear. Because I could definitely see it like looking wonky. So we just gotta make our best judgment call. So we have our melee base. I know because we have different stances where we want to be able to activate a stance and stuff, so we want to say this is blocked when we have this magic stance. And then for the projectile-based one, we gotta make sure we have it as a requirement. I don't know if I should actually do this within the TR player. Because yeah, there's activation required and blocked here. So let's do that here. So fireball. I don't have fireball or anything, so. So magic.fireball. So ability.type, blah, 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 like that. So activation required is this stance. And then this other one is going to be our melee base. So we should create ability.type.action.instant.melee. Okay. So we can add that here. So activation blocked by this tag. So we should be able to confirm this pretty quickly at this point if I just print string, say, you know, melee, and the ability. Then we gotta grant this ability as well. So we should have an ability set, character base. So I wonder if I'm able to map two to the same one here. Because yeah, this is the equipment ability example 1. So let's see if I could do it to the same option here. Because my fear is maybe it'll override it, and then we have a problem. Melee base. That. Let's see what happens. Because by default, it should say like melee, or yeah. So it's saying melee, melee, melee in the top corner. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Then I press right bumper, and we're now in our magic stance. And yes, I'm able to now do this. I can go back down to melee, 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 and that's pretty much it. So I'm wondering if melee. Oh yeah, there's another. I gotta make sure melee is not a slot. Are you granting blocking tags via code or some custom GE? So the blocking tag for this magic stance, that's being granted through this stance switch ability, and it's by gameplay effect. Okay, so now we know our melee ability is actually playing. We can at least say, you know, wait, montage, and we could just put one of these melee animations in. So typically we'll start with the right. We don't have to worry about anything yet, and then we get to say, you know, end ability here. And we should see the guy punch, ideally. So we do that, yes. So at least he's doing something, you know, boom, boom, boom. There's no damage or anything. You know, I could do that all I want. Not sure how much I like it or not. Look at it like slow time dilation. He kind of really goes down low to punch. So maybe that looks a little weird. I don't know what you guys think. Maybe there's some better options. There's also a hook, like jabbing. Let's also try this one real quick. So let's retarget. Superman. So A, Superman, punch R. How big is the hitbox? We haven't done the hitbox just yet. We still gotta figure that out. We should be able to draw something. Ideally, at the end of this stream, maybe we can fake some sort of damage, but we're gonna have to do some traces, so we'll have to figure that out together. So let's export that. Let us create the animation montage, move it down, back here. Grab him, And we can also try to introduce motion warping just to see it. It's going to look kind of ridiculous at the beginning, but we'll see. So I press X and it does that. So honestly, there's an issue with, yes, root motion. Let's look. Let's go to the animation. Let's go to the actual sequence here. So yeah, we definitely want enable root motion. Let's try that again. There we go. So we do like a little leap. So we're like, ah. And then for example, so the animation looks good, but it feels like with the first punch, you really have to be real close. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to best, like, cause like with this one, you have some leeway for airtime. So like that, like this motion warping space. So that's what we're gonna try. I should already have motion warping on our character. So elf. We should have the motion warping component. We do. Do I have a targeting component on that? I should, right? What about on the base? So I thought I had some sort of component. Am I crazy? There's the status effect on character movement, ability system. Yeah, there is BP targeting component. Where is that? Am I crazy? I thought I put him against that guy. Let's see, targeting component reference. Oh, it's in the controller. Okay. So what I should be able to do, so the B has target. Not sure how best to handle this because I haven't touched this targeting component in a while. So it's not really going to return me a target explicitly. I would have to do some weighting and stuff like that, I think. Because yeah, there is this handle, which is the combat strafing one. So maybe I can also just say, for now, I can say get, and this could be just current target. I also have to nullify current target. Not like that. Now I should be able to make a helper function, so get current target. Turns an actor. Ah. Okay. There we go. Let's ban this guy real quick. Bam. Goodbye. And then we'll say current target. We'll say this. we can make this function pure and const. So now I should be able, in my ability, so, get player controller, get targeting component, I guess, or I get component by class, targeting component, store this, target component. Let's move this to, oops. Can activate, no, not this one. Can activate ability, we'll move this up here. Let's see, is valid. So target component is read only within this context and cannot be set to a new value. Okay, so that's not actually a good place to put it. Awesome. So let's just put it up here. Is valid. Now we're going to do some brute forcing motion warping. So we also need to get the avatar actor, get component by class, motion warping. But yeah, first let's go to our targeting component here, get current target. Is valid, of course. And again, let's get our motion warping. And you know me, gotta put another is valid. Don't know if this should be instanced per actor or if this can be instanced per execution. Let's organize ourselves just a wee bit. Okay, so now when we get to this point, assume it's pretty safe to assume we can motion warp. So let's go back to our montage here. Let's create a motion warping track and add notify state motion warping. So typically what you want to try to do is you can look at your animation, you can look at the root motion, and you get to see where you're being moved, right? So a bulk of the movement happens like here, like between these frames, right? So let's look. So you try to go pretty much when like the feet try to leave the ground. So something like this. And then we go all the way to like before the connection happens. So we have to give this a warp target name. So we'll say melee motion warp. Ignore z-axis, yeah, for now. Motion warping mode, so we typically want to use something like sinusoidal in and out. It's pretty smooth. Warp rotation, we'll keep it by default and just see what results we get. Then we can use this component. We can add or update warp target. We should be able to now split that open. We pass along the same name. And so we're not going to worry about any kind of offset at the moment. We're really going to just brute force this just to see how it looks. So we can get the current target, we can get the actor location. Warp rotation. We can do the, is there a direction option? Get. Yeah, I thought there was something specific you could do between actors, like get this horizontal stuff, get forward vector, get distance that way, blah blah blah. So that's fine. I think I was thinking of like get distance between actors or something. So I can grab the avatar actor as well. Get actor location. Should be able to find, look at rotation like this. We don't really have to worry just yet about warp target following the component or the target location. Now we should be able to, at this point, play the montage. So hopefully we see something interesting happen. Like a crash. What the hell happened? Of course. Oh boy. Okay. And for some reason, everything is running so slow on this machine. So let's rerun. Hopefully it saved those changes. Like, I know for sure this computer needs like so much more RAM. I don't do it any justice. I don't know why it crashed. That was a weird instance. But yeah, when it comes to like the main reason for like choosing, hand-to-hand kind of combat was just so you can easily switch between these stances. But maybe it's okay that we have some sort of like weapon. Maybe he can have a bow staff. Maybe that's okay. Because maybe with the a wizard staff we can have slower projectile casting like this, and then maybe a short dagger. I want there to be two different kinds of characters, like one that's magic projectile melee based, I guess, like a monk. And then one that's more of like a swordsman, and you have like special like sword moves and sword-based abilities and things like that. But project's going slow, so we, make steady progress where we can. So hopefully it doesn't crash again when we try to play an editor. It's not very cash money. But yeah, should definitely look into more RAM, honestly. I think I have 32, and I should have more, like at least 64, I think, if I'm doing this stuff. Like I'm streaming and yeah, maybe my CPU sucks, I don't know. So let's see, how much did it save? Okay. Luckily for me, I save often. Let's see what happens when we play. No, why? Okay, maybe it's because... I mean, we get up to here. Oh, so non-instance abilities are deprecated, thus we always expect this to be called on an instance object. Okay, so basically it fails here. I think it's because I made the ability... what's the word? Instance per execution? So we basically get to here. So I think, okay, I see why it's happening, I hope. So we go to ungive ability. And then there's this try activate ability on spawn. And then so yeah, let's recover it. Yeah, like 32 is recommended, but like I'm also like streaming and doing all this at the same time, you know? So it's it's holding on for dear life. So yeah, I'll have to fix this bug. With this crash, I should say. But later. Yeah, I definitely need 64. Like, I think we're pretty spoiled at work. I think our machines have like 128 gigs of RAM or something, or maybe 256. I can't remember, but they're beasts. So coming home to this is like a wake-up call. Have you checked out Dark and Darker? No, is that a game? Let's see. Right now I'm still playing Ghost of Tsushima. Dark and Darker. Okay, it's free. I like that. Ah, I said cancel. I'm old enough. Early access, it's mixed, but mostly positive. Okay. What's the genre? Dungeon crawler, multiplayer, okay. Seems cool. It's got quite the UI and stash and everything. of item management. I know you love that. Yeah, it probably could give me some good ideas, honestly. Yeah, let's change instance per execution to instance per actor. And yes, that was our problem. So here's what I'm expecting to happen when I press X. I should go flying towards the enemy, which I do. Okay, great. Yeah, crash. So obviously we need to do like some sort of distance thing, because like you can pretty much go any distance, right? And yeah, we could basically just punch, right? So I'm at least happy with the fact that we got here. So now, I'm not sure what to do next, because that honestly doesn't look too terrible. Obviously, there's no impact, and we probably want to position you a little bit in front. So maybe we could play with offsets. So warp target component, we could get the root component. And let's say, let's see what happens when we just put 100 in. So I'm gonna slow down time a little bit. We're gonna punch. Okay, so nothing actually plays for some reason. I braked? Oh, I know why. We pressed it when there was no target. So the ability... That's why I kind of want it to be instance per execution, because I don't want to have to add end abilities everywhere to clean up after itself. So why do we warp? Because we want things to be a little bit snappier. Obviously, we don't want to warp from these extreme distances. In normal circumstances, like I would say maybe this far away is where we would want to kind of maybe warp from, like basically get that close. If we're like this far away, we would either use the built-in root motion or have some like default motion warping offset from your current location, like, I don't know, 2 meters, 3 meters, whatever it might be. Yeah, so that's for us to kind of figure out. So we have our melee base. I want to play around. This offset doesn't seem like it is correct. I just want to double check. Let's make it 1,000 just to give ourselves a noticeable number. Yeah, so this warp offset doesn't really work. So why, I wonder? Is it because I'm providing a warp location? I don't know if we want to follow, but we'll try it out. Sort of like Batman, yeah. We want to do sort of a mix. Like, we definitely don't want it to be so uber snappy that it's like Batman, but we want there to be some guidance. Okay, so this pseudo works. So what I need to do, so warp target location offset. Let's reset that to 0. I just want to see where we go. We should go to the actual position. We do. Rotation, we should just be able to do that. But what I want to do is get direction, get unit direction to and from, multiply this by some value. For the sake of argument, we'll make it 250. So we should be able to say something like this and end up 250 units in front. Which we kind of do, but yeah. Our rotation It's all funky. So I wonder, can I actually use this rotation here? Where did he go? There he is. Okay. So yeah, we're definitely getting strange results. So I think we need to say, I think we also need to add. No, we don't need to add, but for the sake of argument here, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's plug you back in. This should be better. Okay, almost. Minus 50. For the sake of argument. Yes. So now we should make it maybe 100. Or I can always do it the other way, where I say, you know, I make this a positive number and then I subtract here, which might be clearer. So we can, where'd he go? Basically, yeah, get about 100 units out. Maybe that's still too close, but let's make it 150 and then we can stop playing around with it for now. So we punch, bam, we're right here. And we can also do potential distance checks where, you know, if you're within like 100 units, 150 units, we do like in-place attacks or something. We punch, bam, good. So next, we actually need to draw some hitboxes. So we'll stream for like 30 more minutes and we'll see how far we can get. So what we'll do, we'll make an animation notify. So anim notify state. We'll say ANS melee trace. Luckily for us, it's gonna be the right hand or right arm. So let's look at our elf male character again. Specifically the mesh. Let's go to skeletal mesh. Here we go. Oh, that's not what I wanted. So here's the right arm. So we should be able to get like hand R. I don't know if we wanted to do like a capsule trace from lower arm to hand R, but let's just do a sphere trace from hand R. So what we should be able to do on, maybe not notify begin, let's just do notify tick. Mesh component. So get bone location or get socket location. We'll make this a variable for now. So bone. This was what? Hand underscore R. We're not going to do anything too fancy just yet. That's fine. We might need to do like interpolated traces or something, but maybe for that's more for swords and not really for fists. So we'll see what we can get. And then what we'll do is a sphere trace. So sphere trace by, we'll say channel. Real context object will be you. So start and end will be in the same location. Now let's just make these variables within the component. We might want to make this more data driven later. So we'll make a radius of 100. Ignore self. Let's just make sure. Get owner. Let's debug it. If this is true, let us actually store the owner. I think that's, hopefully it'll let me do a local variable. I don't remember. Okay. And then we could do send gameplay event to actor. Make event data. So we should be able to do target data from hit result. Let's make an event tag. So we'll say event dot, and I don't know, maybe it should be gameplay. I'll do animation melee dot on hit. So instigator will be our owner. Let's break this hit result real quick. So hit actor will be our target. I don't think we need optional stuff. Now I should be able to say, you know, get ability system component, get tags, that, and then pretty much the same for the hit actor. It's gonna be very brute force, kind of gross at the moment, so don't judge me too much. Pass on the target tags. Hide. So on hit. Now let's go back into our animation. And let's do so melee trace. So here is a good starting point. So add notify state, melee trace. And that's nice. We get a nice preview. Obviously 100 is way too big. So maybe we can, obviously it's going to be parameterized. No, I gotta make it public. So maybe 20. And maybe I can make this in terms of duration. I should get delta time, right? But I also want to say, can I say like should I fire in editor? I guess I could do this as the draw type. So select. So it should fire an editor. We'll say true for duration, and then none. So maybe something, maybe even something later. So like bam, like that, right? Let's assume that's correct. So next, so we go bam. So let's see if that works. So with this play montage and wait for events, we should be able to wait for the on hit. And then if we receive this, let's just print hello and the ability. Did we get that? No. So let's see. Am I tracing for the right object? So that's a visibility channel. So I don't think we want to do channel. Sphere. Trace for profile. Thank you so much, Jebens Tura. Thank you very much for the resubscription. 48 months. Shit. You shouldn't have. Literally should not have done that. So the play montage and wait for event, I don't believe it's in Gas Companion, and it's not really a default Gas thing, but the Trantic documentation, I believe, has the example of how to implement it, if I'm not mistaken. So wait, event, I forget where it's located, but you can find it online, I believe. So yeah, starts, ends, radius. Oops. Profile name. We definitely want to do mesh. Actors to ignore. Draw debug, blah, blah, blah. Draw time, delta time. Plug everything back in. Let's see if we actually get a hit. No. Why? Do we have to make the radius? Let's make the radius huge, just to be sure. So yeah, still no. Let's look at our dummy. Let's make sure we're tracing here. I'm gonna go hassle Odom before I get to work on the next scheme here. All right, have fun. Tell Odom I said hello. So yeah, let's look at our mesh. The collision preset is mesh. Query only, no physics collision. I mean, I think that should work, no? Maybe we can also put a breakpoint. Okay. We hit something. And it is the dummy. Okay, so now we are getting it. So, nice. So yeah, let's reduce the collision again. So yeah, we're hitting him. Great. So what we should be able to do now is instead of saying hello, we should be able to get the event data. Let's actually store this. Hit data. Now we should be able to break that. Now we should be able to say like apply damage to target handle. Grab the instigator. The damage context, yes, could be physical for now, and let's just say 10. And then end the ability. So let's see if we deal 10 damage. We do. But we don't really see like a hit reaction. So I kind of forget what we have to do to send a hit reaction. Okay, we have to send this hit as well. Which I don't know if I like. I think I separated it on purpose just so you can apply damage or apply a hit. So let's just work with what we got. So send gameplay event actor. Instigator tags reaction.hit. And then we're passing along instigator. So we should get a hit now. A hit reaction, I should say. Yeah, we're seeing something. Doesn't feel strong, right? You know? Looks like, you know, it does look like we're hitting them, but there's no oomph. So there is a couple things we can try. Maybe knockback, yeah. Because yeah, the hit reaction that we have is, you know, just kind of in place. So we can always, yeah, maybe push them back. I don't know if that should be a part of the hit reaction or not. Like maybe the payload magnitude can say like, okay, this is how far you're being pushed back. Just for the sake of trying something. I don't think there is a force, is there? So apply root motion move to actor force. Apply. No, I don't think that's what I want. Cast to pawn. There should be like a apply. I don't know if it's force or push. Let me apply force. There should be something along that line, right? Root motion force, apply force. Why am I drawing a blank? Because like ideally the animation that is the hit reaction would drive this, but for the sake of an example, oh yeah, maybe it's launch character. Yeah, so launch, but it has to be a type character. So cast to character. XYZ override. And we can say because we get a hit result, right? So hit result. So from this hit result, oops, we should be able to say, get impact normal. I don't know if we need to negate it or anything, but let's just multiply this by like 500 and we'll see what happens, right? So I punch and nothing happened. Okay, why? So it is doing something. So what if I don't do override? Okay. Yeah, so he's not really moving. Let's make this number crazy. You know, when in doubt, make the numbers a little crazy. All right, so he is moving, but just the wrong way. So I just want to make sure impact normal, that doesn't make a difference. All right, so it does. And let's try override real quick. Okay, so I don't know if I want to rely solely on the impact normal. That seems to be a little unreliable. But let's try minus 5,000. That should be in the appropriate direction. Yeah, so you got stuff like that, right? Maybe too much. But maybe, you know, different attacks can do different kind of pushbacks or something like that. So let's do minus 2,500. That should be decent. So we're making some progress. But yeah, again, like, seems kind of unreliable. Like, I think he should always kind of go backwards in, like, his opposite direction, I guess. Like, I should be able to, I guess, kind of copy this. Hopefully that's more accurate. Okay, now he's going the wrong way again, which maybe that's a good thing. So we don't have to make that negative. I think that's better. Now for extra added layer of oomph. And again, we're gonna have to do a lot better when it comes to making this data driven. Because like hard coding it here, I don't think is the greatest idea. Because, you know, it's not very flexible, so we'll have to figure out something better at some point. But, you know, for now, it's good. I just want to try real quick. To do I want to do a hit stop. And we can fake a hit stop briefly by getting our avatar actor, set local, or is it just, is it time dilation? Custom time dilation. We can set this to 0. And then we could do wait, delay. For now, brute force it to 1. 0.1, I should say. So, and then on finish, we put it back to 1. So hopefully this will be visible. So we can slow down time a little bit, and we're jumping. That kind of works. You can see it. But yeah, the blending out doesn't look that great. So we can always try something super low. So you kind of have a little bit of punch to it. So bam. Hopefully that's perceivable. I don't know what you guys think so far. So then I can switch to magic stance, do this, go to this, boom, boom, you know. Punch, punch. Next, let's see what we can get in the next 15 minutes. Do I have any VFX for impacts? So you would use it to create space and get out. Interesting. So I have some impacts. There's a slam, but no. Is there any kind of generic? Because there's fire impacts, which is not really what we want. Did that finally finish compiling? For the sake of trying something, let's use this as an example. Let's go make this a gameplay queue burst. So GC melee impact. So can only be saved to, okay, so I put it in the wrong directory, of course. Let's just do impacts. Melee. Where did I put this? Here. And yeah, we can also do some other stuff. Let's also make a camera shake. So CS melee impact base. Let's add it to our gameplay queue. So burst effects, so burst particle, burst camera shake, like that. Burst particle is this guy, for the sake of example. Obviously, we'll make a force feedback as well, but for now, let's just put one of the ones that we have for the activation failure. Let's do a melee. Now, let's do something with our camera shake. Yeah, so timing, we'll make the duration maybe 0.2, have no blend in time, and then like, I don't know, 0.05 blend out time. So amplification multiplier, it's gonna be like 0.2, and we'll make this 5 just to make it something. And then we can, of course, so I believe it should happen on the immediate impact, like not before the not after the dilation. Let's see. So gameplay queue. So execute gameplay queue on actor. So the target is going to be the target that's returned here. So actually, let's reorder some stuff real quick. Here. And then, yeah, we gotta end the streams shortly. So yeah, target is gonna be target. Gameplay queue tag, we gotta add one, I forgot. So gameplay queue example, we'll just say gameplay queue dot melee dot impact. Could be default gameplay tags, boom, boom, boom. That, and then here say gameplay queue melee impact. Let's give ourselves a little bit of space. Now I think, can I should be able to say, you know, gameplay queue? No. Hit results. And then this should be like gameplay queue, right? Make gameplay queue from hit result. It should be able to do something like this. And that should be it. So let's see what happens. So yeah, definitely a little big. So let's go to the gameplay queue. Let's see. Placement, yeah, placement override, scale override. Let's just make it 0.2 across the board. For some reason the camera wasn't shaking, so let's just bump it up to 10 and see what happens. Doesn't seem like it's playing 100% correctly. Let me not pass in the hit result data. I gotta pass in something. I mean, do I have to? Can I just do that? Let's see. Yeah, so yeah, honestly that doesn't look good. And I guess this particle doesn't really scale, I guess. So if I go impact, fire impact, for example, not do this scale override. Recombine. Yeah. But yeah, for some reason also, I guess we didn't plug something in. Yeah, we didn't plug this back in. So we have something, but again, the camera is not shaking. And I don't know why. And I don't know, maybe attached to target is what we want. Yeah, this camera shake. Maybe the amplitude's too low? very interesting. So yeah, I don't want to be world space though. Because I know I have other camera shakes, so give me a second. I just want to look at CS underscore. Is there really no other camera shakes? Can I try default? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills because like when I use the melee thing, I'm getting some camera shake. So I gotta figure out why. What's the projectile one? Is there a camera shake here? Yes. Yeah, for some reason, doesn't seem like a camera shake is happening. I mean, can I debug that? Camera shake? Yeah, I can debug it. So let's look. Of course, yeah, it's not showing me anything. Camera shake. That's so weird. Let's make the duration crazy. Let's put it back to the original as well. And it's awesome that, you know, the debugs don't tell me anything, right? Yeah, you can also jump and punch. But yeah, I'm very upset that the camera shake isn't working. Does there need to be blend-in time? No. Is it because it's a burst? We might have to debug that a little later. I do want to see what Niagara effects that we have, because I feel like there's better options. Maybe there's not. There is explosions. So there's particles, and there's this like chips one. Maybe that's better. Let's see if it'll convert. Kind of. Can that be smaller? Not really. It fits better technically, but yeah, it's just too big. So it's weird that this thing doesn't let me scale. We'll have to look into that, and then we'll have to add sound effects later. But yeah, what is going on here? So if I add legacy camera shake, does it... I just want to see this thing make a shake, And it's just not. Like, and for example, if I were to... I think it's from the player controller. Start client camera shake, if I could spell. And I choose the melee base one, camera local. Should see something. Might be too much now. Yeah. Now it's going crazy. So we should be able to drop this back down to like 0.35. No blend in time. Amplitude will be like 1 and 5. And we'll see if this is better. I don't know if that's long enough. 0.6. I think it's definitely long enough. I think it just needs to be more frequent. Yeah, I think that's better. I just don't like the fact that it doesn't play on the gameplay queue, And we'll probably need to turn the enemy towards us when they get hit. But in general, I think that looks okay. Also, the force feedback doesn't work. And I don't know if it's because it's burst latent. Let me see. Gameplay queue. A one-off gameplay queue that uses latent actions such as timelines. So yeah, we have force feedback as well. But yeah, it doesn't play. So something weird is going on. But we'll have to debug that next time. So for my own sake, let's also do force feedback. Just the normal activation failure one for now. Just to get the general feel. Yeah. So you guys can't tell it, but yeah, the controller's vibrating. But yeah, I think that in general looks pretty good, starting from where we were to now. Like, obviously, there's times where we're missing. And I wonder if that can be fixed simply by, where we're motion warping and everything. I mean, we can also debug root motion, or motion warping, I should say. Yeah, if only we didn't turn around. Does that fix that? No. Let's see. Yeah, for some reason, yeah, that just... Maybe it's also because of the animation, and instead of default, you want to be facing. We probably could do like 0.3 or something. Yeah. Camera's a little funky. We gotta be wary of that, I suppose. Don't know why it behaves that way. That's kind of weird. Wonder if there's anything I can do about that. Okay, that still happens that way. I just want to know if it's because of... Because I feel like it's because of this. Like, if I don't do that, it seemed like it was a little bit better before. Maybe it's because it's also the follow component. Yeah. Yeah, for sometimes too, it does some weird stuff and it misses. So I definitely want to follow... I don't know if I should follow the root component or if I should like get skeletal, I guess get component by class, you know, and then skeletal mesh. I don't know if that'll treat me any better. Yeah, it's still kind of wonky. And if we don't follow it, yeah, we get general misses, and I don't know what he's doing there. So yeah, let's just not worry about following a component for the moment. And we can always, you know, increase the radius or something. And we can have some blending and blending out. Just the fact that he misses also does some weird stuff this way. And I guess it's because we're doing the facing instead of the default. So this should be at least consistent, but yeah. And I guess there should be like a motion morphing debug, right? So we should be able to look at it. And I'm guessing it's because of this, maybe this offset? Because maybe I don't really need to have the offset if I punch him and he moves backwards. Oops, that's not what I think I get the wrong guy, right? Yeah, whoops, wrong guy. But yeah, the warp offset looks better though. So I'm not sure. But we were able to get a lot done, and I'm generally happy, at least with the results so far. Because like, in general, it looks nice, right? If we slow it down, like you can kind of feel the impact. But yeah, there's bugs with the camera. And just, yeah, the motion warping breaks for some reason. Oh, I know why. Because on endability, we need to remove all warp targets. This should fix it. There we go. Well, not there. I was wrong. Why? So remove warp target, and can I just do the same? Where's the warp target name here? Maybe I should remove it on hit, as well as on end ability. Again, I think I'm diving too much into it. I said I'd finish like a half hour ago, but yeah, so for whatever reason, if I'm spamming, there's a certain point where the warp target is messing up. So let's set the damage to 1. Let's draw debug sphere. This location, radius 50, duration 2, thickness 2, line color red or orange, whatever. I just want to see where this position is. So there. Okay, so at some point it is incorrectly offset. So does launch character? Let me draw the actor's location. So that's correct. Okay. So at some point, the actor location still thinks it's there. Now, is this the case for if I were to say... Because, like, what does launch character really do? Let me just do get component by class. I just want to see where if maybe the skeletal mesh is in a different position. Get location, I guess world location, right? What position is this in? That's fine. So yeah, for whatever reason, like the launch... But basically, when I'm spamming it, it doesn't correctly update the position. Which is weird. But maybe we shouldn't end the ability at that point. Let me... Okay, so that fixes it. But yeah, this camera is crazy. And we're getting multiple hits, I think. For some reason. That wasn't happening before. Hey, how's it going, Agent? And yeah, it gets pushed back. So I think the reason why that wasn't broken before is because we basically need to make sure that this doesn't get called multiple times or something to that effect. Because, you know, for example, we could just say do once. I don't know if I need to reset it or anything. Yeah, we gotta reset it every time, which sucks. So we gotta, obviously doing a do once. No, obviously we don't want to do that. So now we have some sort of punching. Obviously, yeah, we got a bunch of stuff that we need to fix. That we'll do next time. So we have a to-do list. So yeah, for melee combat, what do we need to do? Yeah, obviously we have a lot of stuff in our to-do list, so melee, we need to so fix crash with instanced for execution types. We need to figure out why gameplay cues don't play. Camera shakes. Actually, I think I know the problem with the camera shakes. I think I'm just being stupid. I think the target needs to be the instigator, not the actual target. Let me just double check to see if I'm actually stupid. I'm stupid. Yeah. I don't know if we could see the... I feel the force feedback. Let's just double check the camera shake. Let's make the amplitude like 10 as well. Oh yeah, does the gameplay queue actually play? It's not even playing the right camera shake. Hold on. So revert that. Let's play the appropriate camera shake. I believe that's good. Let me make the camera shake scale ridiculous real quick. I just want to make sure I'm seeing it. Yeah. So that seems okay. Let's drop the scale down to 5. So yeah, that part's fixed. Awesome. It was just me being stupid. So make melee data driven. Make data table outlying. Trace data. Make data table outlining damage, hit reaction, data. Have enemies turn to face player when hit. And then yeah, I think at that point it would be just a matter of I guess also scaling the particle to make a little more sense, or at least the puff of it. Maybe we can do that real quick. So we can create this. We can make, you know, melee. I guess n underscore melee impact dummy. So I have this smoke stuff. There should be some sort of scale. Oh, here it is. I don't really see the puff of smoke anywhere. We could take the smoke out, for example. And it'll just be the wooden chips. But, you know, having some sort of smoke there makes sense. So, like, is there anything for scale? Loop duration, spawn count, spawn only, spawn time. Rotations, lifetime. Sprite size, maybe that's the problem. Let's make it like between like 50 and 75. Yeah. Cool. Okay. And yeah, for the sake of the scale of this, let's just do something. I mean, is this universal? Oh no. So I did 50. Maybe this can be like 10 and 12 or something. Maybe a little bit bigger, but that's basically the idea. So maybe we could do 15 to 20. Call it a day. I guess we could go slow motion. We can go like this. Yeah. Yeah, so I think that looks pretty good. I do wonder if we would want to introduce some like impact shake. So like kind of like in fighting games, like the guy would kind of like shake in place. We can write that down. So impact shake on enemy. Maybe also like UI shake on player. But yeah, I think that's good enough. So obviously we'll continue this next time. At least we have some form of melee. Again, I'm not 100% sure where it's going to actually kind of fit within our combat loop and, you know, when and why I would use it. So I have my projectile. I go in for like punches now. And then I switch back. I would also have to have the stance block and cancel out the attacks. But I'll do that later. I'll add that in. So stance ability must block, cancel other abilities. But yeah, again, sorry. Yeah, the hit reaction is a gameplay effect, and not a gameplay effect, a gameplay ability. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. For those who are new, feel free to join our Discord. We try to answer questions and just talk about game dev stuff there, so feel free to check it out. Make sure to follow me here on Twitch. If you aren't already followed, a follow would be much appreciated. You can also subscribe on YouTube. We usually just put our shorts up on there. So thanks again for watching, everybody. We were here for much longer than I anticipated, so my bad on that. But it was a lot of fun. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good night. See you soon.